I slammed the door of my small apartment in downtown Chicago, the echo reverberating through the empty hallway like a gunshot. My hands trembled as I clutched the crumpled letter from my parents, the words burning into my mind. Alexandra, it's time to come home and fulfill your duties. We've arranged everything. Duties. That meant marrying the son of their business partner, a man I'd met twice and felt nothing for. But tonight, as rain pounded against the windows, I couldn't shake the image of Jordan's face from earlier that day, her confident smile, the way her eyes lingered on mine during our coffee break at work. Jordan was everything I wasn't supposed to want. She was bold, unapologetic, with short-cropped hair and a leather jacket that screamed independence. We'd been colleagues at the marketing firm for 6 months, but lately, our conversations had stretched into late nights, sharing stories of dreams and disappointments. I told myself it was just friendship, but deep down I knew it was more. That afternoon she'd leaned in close, her voice low. Alex, life's too short to live someone else's script. What do you really want? Her question hung in the air like a challenge, and for the first time I felt seen, not as the dutiful daughter but as me. By midnight, I couldn't stand the silence anymore. I grabbed my phone and texted her. Can we talk? Now. Her reply came instantly. On my way. When she arrived, soaked from the storm, she didn't hesitate. She pulled me into a hug, and something inside me broke. We talked for hours, about my family's expectations, the pressure to conform, the fear of disappointing them. Jordan shared her own story. Coming out in college, losing friends, but gaining freedom. It's not easy, she said, her hand brushing mine. But it's worth it. As dawn broke, I made my first decision. I wouldn't go home. Not yet. But the cost was already mounting. My phone buzzed with missed calls from my mother, each one a reminder of the life I was defying. The next morning at work, the tension was palpable. My boss assigned us to a joint project, forcing us to collaborate closely. Jordan's presence was electric, her ideas sharp and innovative, contrasting my cautious approach. During lunch, she suggested we grab food at a nearby diner, away from prying eyes. Over burgers and fries, she opened up more. My family disowned me when I told them, said I was throwing away my future. But look at me now, I'm building my own. Her words stirred something fierce in me, a mix of envy and desire. I confessed about the arranged marriage, the suffocating traditions of my immigrant parents who clung to old-world values in this new land. They think it's for my own good, I whispered. Jordan's eyes softened. And what do you think? I didn't have an answer, but her gaze made me want to find one. That evening, as I walked home, my sister called. Emily, the perfect one, married with kids, living the dream my parents envisioned. Alex, Mom's worried. Dad's talking about cutting you off if you don't come back. Her voice was laced with concern, but also judgment. Is there someone else? Some guy you're hiding? I laughed bitterly. If only she knew. Hanging up, I felt the weight of secrecy pressing down. Jordan texted. Dinner tomorrow? My place. I hesitated, fingers hovering over the screen. Accepting meant crossing a line, but declining felt like surrender. I typed yes, sealing my choice. Little did I know, this was just the beginning of a cascade of decisions that would unravel everything. Over the next week, our meetings blurred the lines between professional and personal. Jordan's apartment became a sanctuary, minimalist, with books on feminism and queer history lining the shelves. We cooked pasta, laughed at bad movies, and shared vulnerabilities. One night, as we sat on her couch, she admitted, I like you, Alex. More than a friend. My heart raced. I'd never felt this way about anyone, let alone a woman. Panic surged. What about my family? Society's stares? But her honesty disarmed me. I leaned in, our lips meeting in a tentative kiss that ignited a fire I didn't know existed. It was gentle, exploratory, but it changed everything. Pulling back, I whispered, I can't do this. Not yet. Jordan nodded, understanding the storm inside me. But the seed was planted, and the internal conflict raged. Loyalty to family versus my awakening self. Meanwhile, at work, rumors started swirling. A colleague, Mark, cornered me in the break room. You and Jordan seem close. Be careful. Office romances can tank careers. His tone was casual, but his eyes held a warning. I brushed it off, but doubt crept in. That night, I dreamed of my parents' disappointed faces, their voices echoing. "You're our only hope to carry on the name." Waking in a sweat, I realized the price of this path. Isolation, perhaps poverty if they cut ties. Yet Jordan's message waited. "Thinking of you," I replied, committing deeper. As the project deadline approached, so did my family's pressure. Dad emailed. "Flight booked for next weekend. No excuses." I stared at the screen, torn. Jordan sensed my turmoil during our late-night session. "You have to choose, Alex. Them or you." Her words cut deep, forcing me to confront the maw of indecision. That night, I didn't go home. I stayed with her, talking until sunrise, weighing the scales of love and duty. By morning, I'd made a pact with myself. I'd tell them the truth. But truth, I learned, comes at a cost far greater than I imagined. The confrontation came sooner than expected. Emily showed up unannounced at my apartment, her face etched with worry. "What's going on, Alex? You're dodging calls, acting strange." I invited her in, heart pounding. Over coffee, I hinted at my feelings, testing the waters. "What if I don't want the life they planned?" She frowned. "Like what? Being single forever?" I took a breath. "What if it's with a woman?" The silence was deafening. Emily's eyes widened, then narrowed. "That's not you. It's a phase. Think about Mom and Dad. They'd be devastated." Her words stung, echoing my fears. She left abruptly, promising not to tell, but I knew better. Betrayal was brewing. Jordan comforted me that evening. "Family can be tough, but you deserve happiness." Her support bolstered me, but the divide grew. At work, the project succeeded, earning praise, but Mark's whispers intensified. "Jordan's bad news. Heard she's got a reputation." I defended her, but seeds of doubt took root. Little did I know the real storm was approaching, one that would test every bond. The following day, Emily's call shattered the fragile peace. "I told them, Alex. I had to, their family." Panic clawed at my throat. "You promised." But she hung up, leaving me reeling. Jordan found me at work, curled in the restroom, tears streaming. "What's wrong?" I spilled everything, the ultimatum, the confession, the betrayal. She held me, her strength a lifeline. "We'll face it together." But togetherness felt fragile in the face of my family's wrath. That afternoon, my phone exploded with messages. "Mom. How could you? Dad. Come home now. We'll fix this." Their words dripped with disappointment, laced with cultural shame. In their eyes, I was straying from the path of honor, tarnishing the family name. I ignored them, focusing on Jordan. We spent the evening planning how to navigate work, society, life. "Chicago's progressive," she said. "We can build something here." Her optimism clashed with my realism. I knew the stares, the judgments awaited. At a company event that night, the tension peaked. Mark approached us, smirking. "You two make a cute couple." His sarcasm cut deep, hinting at office gossip. Jordan shot back. "Mind your business." But the damage was done. Heads turned, whispers followed. Later, alone, I questioned everything. Was this worth the isolation? The career risk? Jordan sensed my doubt. "Don't let them win, Alex." Her kiss reaffirmed my choice, but sleep evaded me, haunted by visions of a fractured future. The next morning, I received an email from HR. Meeting requested regarding interpersonal relations. My stomach dropped. Jordan was called too. In the office, the manager eyed us sternly. "Rumors of a relationship. Company policy frowns on it if it affects work." We denied nothing, but the warning was clear. Shape up or ship out. Outside, Jordan fumed. "This is discrimination." I nodded, but fear gnawed. Losing my job meant financial ruin, especially if family support vanished. Home brought more turmoil. A package arrived from my parents. Childhood photos, a note saying, "Remember who you are." It was manipulation, pure and simple. I called Emily, demanding answers. "They needed to know," she insisted. "For your own good." Her self-righteousness ignited my anger. "You betrayed me." The call ended in shouts, severing our bond further. Jordan arrived, seeing my distress. Family isn't always blood. You have me. Her words soothed, but the void ached. Over the weekend, we escaped to a cabin in Wisconsin seeking respite. The drive was silent at first, then filled with stories. Jordan spoke of her ex, a toxic relationship that taught her resilience. I chose myself, she said. Inspired, I opened up about my suppressed desires, the years of denial. By the lake, we held hands watching the sunset. It felt right, but reality intruded via a voicemail from Dad. If you continue this path, you're no longer our daughter. The ultimatum hit like a punch. Returning to Chicago, the pressure mounted. At work, projects piled up, but focus eluded me. Mark's sabotage became evident. Missed emails altered reports. He's gunning for us, Jordan warned. We confronted him, but he denied it, smirking. The office became a battlefield, mirroring my internal war. That night, I dreamed of choices. Conformity's cage or freedom's thorns. Waking, I chose thorns. But choices have ripples. Emily texted. Mom's in the hospital. Stress from your news. Guilt crashed over me. Was I responsible? Jordan urged. Don't let them manipulate you. But doubt festered. I visited the hospital alone, facing my family. Mom looked frail, Dad stern. End this nonsense, he demanded. For her. Tears fell as I whispered. I can't. Leaving, I felt the tear widen. The price of authenticity steep. Jordan waited at home, concerned. How was it? I broke down, confessing my wavering. Maybe I should stop. Her face hardened. After everything? The argument escalated, words like daggers. You're scared, she accused. I am. I shouted. We parted angry, the first crack in our foundation. Alone, I pondered the ethics. Was loving her wrong if it hurt others? The night stretched, filled with regret. The week blurred into confrontations. HR escalated. One more issue and you're out. Mark's grin said victory. Family calls ceased, replaced by silence, a louder punishment. Jordan and I reconciled, but tension lingered. We need to fight back, she said. Planning a complaint against Mark, we bonded anew. But deeper, I questioned. At what cost victory? The answer came in a betrayal I never saw coming. The betrayal unfolded at a team meeting. Mark presented our project, claiming sole credit. Jordan exploded. That's our work. But the boss sided with him, citing reliable sources. Later, we discovered emails forged implicating us in misconduct. He's framing us, Jordan seethed. We reported it, but HR dismissed. Insufficient evidence. The injustice burned, our careers hung by a thread. That evening, Jordan suggested a bold move. Go public. Expose the discrimination. I hesitated. Publicity meant outing myself fully, inviting societal scorn. Think about the backlash, I argued. She pushed. Or live in fear. The debate raged, highlighting our differences. Her activism versus my caution. In the end, I agreed, but unease simmered. Family silence broke with a letter from Mom. Come home. We can forgive if you change. Conditional love stung. Emily followed up. They're suffering because of you. Guilt twisted like a knife. I confided in Jordan, who scoffed. Emotional blackmail. But her dismissal irked. She didn't understand the cultural ties. Our nights grew strained. Affection replaced by arguments. At a local LGBTQ support group Jordan dragged me to, I met others with similar stories, disownment, prejudice. One woman shared. I lost my job but gained my truth. Inspired, I spoke up, voicing my struggles. Applause followed, but vulnerability terrified. Outside, Jordan beamed. See? You're not alone. Yet, as we walked home, a stranger's glare reminded me of society's underbelly. Work deteriorated. Assignments dwindled. Isolation set in. Mark's promotion announcement felt like salt in the wound. Jordan quit in protest. I won't work for bigots. Her decision shocked me. What about us? Stability, she retorted. Stability without integrity is prison. Left alone, I soldiered on, but resentment brewed. Was she reckless? Or was I cowardly? The turning point came at a family gathering I couldn't avoid. My cousin's wedding in the suburbs. Arriving solo, whispers greeted me. Dad pulled me aside. End this phase. Marry properly, Mom pleaded. For the family. Emily watched smug. Pressure mounted. I nearly capitulated. But Jordan's text arrived. Be strong. I left early defiant, but the drive back was tearful. Had I burned all bridges? Reuniting with Jordan, passion reignited briefly. We planned a future moving new jobs. But reality intruded. Bills piled, savings dwindled. I need to borrow money, she admitted, from past debts. Trust wavered. Was she using me? Shaking it off, I lent it, but seeds of doubt sprouted. Then the bombshell. Scrolling social media, I saw photos, Jordan with another woman, intimate, recent. Heart-shattering, I confronted her. It's not what you think, she stammered. An old friend. But lies unraveled. Texts revealed an affair, started during our rough patch. I was lonely, she confessed. Betrayal pierced deeper than family's rejection. How could you? I screamed. She begged forgiveness, but trust evaporated. Alone that night, I reflected on the cascade. Family's ultimatum sparked my awakening, but led to this pain. Was love worth the destruction? Morning brought clarity. I'd report mark myself, reclaim my career. But Jordan? Ended. The decision gutted me, but survival demanded it. Society's judgment hit next. Online trolls targeted me after a leaked story. Freak. Disgrace. Friends distanced, fearing association. Isolation deepened but also forged resolve. I attended therapy, unpacking layers of shame and desire. Your choices define you, the counselor said. Slowly I rebuilt, but the scars remained. The real awakening was realizing no path is without loss. With Jordan gone, the apartment echoed with emptiness. I blocked her number, erased photos, but memories lingered like ghosts. Work became my anchor. I gathered evidence against Mark, presenting it to upper management. Shockingly, they acted. He was demoted, an apology issued. Victory tasted bittersweet. Colleagues eyed me warily, labels sticking. The troublemaker. But I stood taller, owning my identity. Family reconciliation loomed. Mom called, voice weak. We miss you. No mention of change, but an olive branch. I visited, boundaries set. Dad grumbled, but listened as I explained. This is who I am. Tears flowed. Progress, not perfection. Emily apologized tepidly. I was scared for you. Forgiveness came slowly, but the rift mended partially. The price? Compromised traditions, strained holidays. Dating tentatively, I met Sarah at a book club, soft-spoken, understanding. Our connection grew organically, no drama. But Jordan's shadow haunted. Trust issues surfaced. I'm not her, Sarah assured. We navigated carefully, building on honesty. Society's gaze persisted. Subtle discriminations at restaurants, stares in public. Each instance tested resilience, but I pushed back, advocating quietly. Promotion came, rewarding my perseverance. But imposter syndrome nagged. Did I earn it, or was it pity? Doubts fueled late nights, questioning choices. Therapy helped. You've paid dearly. Now claim your worth. Gradually, confidence bloomed. Then Jordan resurfaced. A message. I messed up. Can we talk? Temptation warred with wisdom. Meeting at a neutral cafe, she looked remorseful. I was wrong. Scared of commitment. Her words stirred old feelings, but clarity prevailed. We hurt each other, I said. It's over. Walking away, liberation washed over me. No more chasing illusions. Sarah and I deepened, facing external pressures. Her liberal family embraced us, contrasting mine. At a joint dinner, tensions arose. Dad's awkward questions, Mom's forced smiles. Emily's husband joked insensitively, igniting debate. Love is love, Sarah defended. The evening ended strained, highlighting ongoing battles. But we left united, stronger. Work challenges evolved. A new project involved community outreach, including LGBTQ initiatives. I led it, channeling experiences into impact. Success brought media attention. A local article praising my courage. But backlash followed. Hate mail, online harassment. Stay in the closet, one read. Fear resurfaced, but allies rallied. The cost? Vigilance, but the reward, change. Personal growth peaked at a pride event. Marching with Sarah banners high, I felt belonging. Yet, spotting a family like mine, parents supporting their child, stirred envy. My own still struggled. Dad attended therapy with me, progress incremental. I'm trying, he admitted. Tears bridged gaps, but full acceptance eluded. Betrayal's echo returned via Emily. She confessed. I leaked the office story to protect you. Thought it'd force you back. Shock turned to anger. You ruined lives. Confrontation severed ties temporarily. Forgiveness? Debatable. The incident underscored trust's fragility, forcing reevaluation of bonds. As months passed, equilibrium settled. Sarah proposed a commitment ceremony, simple, meaningful. Planning it, I weighed implications. Family's reaction, society's nod. Invitations sent, responses varied. Mom attended, Dad declined politely. The day was beautiful, vows exchanged amid friends. But absence ached, a reminder of sacrifices. In the quiet aftermath, I pondered. Had the pain been worth the joy? The answer, nuanced, shaped my future. The ceremony's glow faded into routine, but challenges persisted. Sarah's job transfer to New York sparked debate. Move or separate? It's a great opportunity, she urged. I hesitated. Chicago roots, fragile family ties. What about us? The decision loomed, testing commitment. Ultimately, I agreed to relocate, trading familiarity for growth. Packing boxes, I bid farewell to the city of awakenings, heart heavy. New York buzzed with energy, but adjustment strained. Crowds overwhelmed. Anonymity both blessing and curse. Sarah thrived, but I struggled finding work. Interviews probed. Your background. Subtle biases emerged. Resumes ignored post-outing. Frustration mounted. Was visibility a hindrance? Sarah consoled. We'll fight through. But resentment simmered. Her ease versus my battles. Family visits became virtual, distance amplifying divides. Mom shared health updates, Dad's silence spoke volumes. Emily reached out tentatively. Miss you. Reconciliation tempted, but past wounds cautioned. A video call turned heated. You chose this life, she accused. And you'd choose ignorance? Retorts flew, connection severed again. The price of authenticity. Perpetual conflict. A breakthrough job at a nonprofit advocating queer rights reignited purpose. Colleagues shared stories, fostering community. Leading workshops on family dynamics, I channeled pain into empowerment. One session, a young woman echoed my tale. How do I choose? Advising balance, I realized my journey's value. Scars as lessons. But shadows lurked. Jordan emailed from Chicago. Heard you're happy. Proud of you. Closure? Or manipulation? Ignoring it, I focused on Sarah. Our life stabilized, dinners, walks in Central Park. Yet, intimacy waned under stress. Are we okay? She asked. Honesty revealed cracks. My unresolved trauma. Therapy resumed, unpacking layers. Betrayal changes you, the counselor noted. Slowly we mended, but vigilance remained. Society's evolution clashed with regressions. News of anti-LGBTQ laws stirred activism. We protested, voices united. Arrest risks loomed, but solidarity fueled. Post-march, exhausted, I reflected. Was fighting endless? Sarah's embrace affirmed. Worth it. A family crisis pulled me back, Mom's surgery. Flying to Chicago, I faced them. Dad met me at the airport, hug awkward. Thanks for coming. Hospital vigils bonded us. Conversations deepened. I don't understand, he admitted. But I love you. Tears flowed, barriers crumbling. Emily arrived, apologetic. I was wrong. Forgiveness granted, but boundaries held. The ordeal highlighted love's complexity. Flawed, enduring. Returning to New York, equilibrium shifted. Sarah and I renewed vows privately, recommitting. Work flourished. I authored an article on queer struggles gaining traction. But fame invited trolls, threats, doxing. Security tightened, freedom curtailed. The cost? Paranoia, but impact outweighed. Internal conflicts resurfaced during a panel discussion. Debating ethics of outing, I argued choice's sanctity. An opponent countered. Sometimes intervention saves. Echoing Emily's betrayal, it stirred doubt. Post-event, Sarah questioned. Regrets? None but nuances acknowledged. Life's gray areas demanded navigation. As seasons changed, growth crystallized. Friendships formed. Family mended further. Dad visited New York, tentative but open. Dinners bridged gaps, stories shared. "Proud of your strength," he said. The moment healed, but scars reminded of the path's toll. In quiet reflection I weighed decisions, each a trade-off shaping destiny. New York's rhythm became home, but trials evolved. Sarah's promotion demanded travel, straining us. "I miss you." Text sufficed temporarily, but loneliness crept. A colleague, Mia, offered companionship, innocent at first. Conversations deepened, mirroring Jordan's pull. Temptation tested fidelity. Was this payback for past hurts? Rejecting it, I confessed to Sarah. "We need to work on us," she agreed. Counseling strengthened bonds, but vulnerability exposed fragilities. Advocacy intensified. I led a campaign against discrimination, testifying in hearings. Opposition jeered. Abnormal. Composure held, but internally rage boiled. Media spotlight amplified voice but invited scrutiny. Past dredged, judgments renewed. "Hero or homewrecker?" headlines queried. Family fielded questions. Dad defended publicly, a turning point. "My daughter's brave." Pride swelled but privacy eroded. Emily's visit brought reconciliation. "I see now," she admitted over coffee. Stories exchanged, understanding dawned. "Your choice inspired me to question mine." Bonds reformed stronger. But society's lens persisted, subtle exclusions at events. Each snub reinforced resilience but wearied the soul. A pivotal confrontation arose at a conference. Mark appeared, reformed. "Sorry for everything." Skepticism met apology. Forgiveness? Earned, not given. The encounter closed chapters, allowing forward motion. Sarah and I dreamed bigger. Adoption discussions surfaced. A family our way. Hurdles loomed. Legal battles, societal bias. Research revealed disparities. Queer couples faced scrutiny. Determination fueled. Applications filed. Waiting tested patience, doubts surfacing. "Am I ready after all this?" Sarah's assurance steadied. "Together, yes." Crisis struck. Online harassment escalated to real threats. Police involved, relocation considered. Fear gripped. Was visibility worth danger? Scaling back, advocacy balance sought. But passion endured. Writing a book chronicled the journey, sharing truths. Publishers embraced, launch impending. Family fully integrated. Holidays blended traditions. Dad's acceptance complete. Love who you love. Mom's health improved, gratitude abounded. Emily's support unwavering. The evolution, hard-won through tears and tenacity. Climax built with adoption approval. Welcoming a child, joy overflowed. But responsibilities amplified conflicts, balancing work, life, identity. Society's gaze intensified on our family. Defending it became daily. In reflection, the path's tapestry unfolded. Shocks, betrayals, awakenings. Each decision exacted a price. Lost bonds gained freedoms. Love's authenticity triumphed, but at what ethical cost?